Yo, what's good, boys? ZG Shaggy here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can change your console ID on your PS3. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Now, some of you guys might be asking yourself, why would you want to change your console ID? Well, changing your console ID, the reason you'd want to do it is because you're more than likely banned on PlayStation, meaning you can't sign in, so you'll get an error telling you can't access PlayStation Network, or you've just been straight up banned from PlayStation Network. Now, this method that I'm using is for HEN consoles only. I'm pretty sure you could do it with custom firmware PS3s. I haven't tried it. I always just use CCAPI or whatever to have it start at boot, but that's not here nor there. So for HEN PS3s, personally, I have yet to find a method that's like straight up permanent, so you don't have to enter it in every time. So just so you guys know, when you do reboot your PS3 or you shut it off and you turn it back on, you will have to enter the console ID in again. But I'm going to show you a quicker way to do it, just so that like you can get through it faster and you're not taking your time with the PS3 controller. Now, you can enter it in manually on your console, and I might show that in this video, I might not, but I'm going to show you guys the quick and easy method to do it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your IP address from your PS3, and I'll show you guys that right now. Now that you're on your PS3, you can enable HEN right now if you want to, or later in the video, but you do need to have it enabled eventually. So once you figure that out, scroll to settings, and we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and we're going to find system information, or system settings. Once we find system settings, scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's the second from the bottom, system information. Now right here, this is blurred out for you guys, but all you need is your IP address. Once you have your IP address, I'll meet you guys back over on my PC. Now that you guys have your IP address, what you're going to want to do is enable HEN if it's not already enabled, and keep your PS3 on. Once when you have HEN enabled, what you're going to want to do is open up a tab, whether it be Google or something else, and you're just going to straight up type your IP address in the search bar. Now I'm going to blur mine out, but your IP address is definitely going to be different from mine. So just type your IP address in the search bar, and once when you type it in the search bar and you hit enter, it'll bring you to your Webman mod homepage, just like you can see right here. And as you can see, here's my HDD0, here's my USB that's plugged in. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to click on this PS3 Mappy tab right here. So once you click on it, scroll down, and as you guys can see right here, you have IDPS and you have PSID. Now, I'm pretty sure that your IDPS is like 32 characters long, for example. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm not 100%, can't remember. But what I'm going to show you guys is you're going to want to click this little Windows, not Windows, but glasses icon, so you can reveal it. Now, all this is going to be blurred out on your screen. I don't want anyone stealing my console ID, but you guys should be able to follow along pretty easily. So you're going to want to reveal it. Once you reveal it, you'll see your current console ID. Now, for you guys, like I said again, this is blurred out for you, but you'll be able to see yours on your screen. Now, however you decide you want to get a console ID, maybe you know someone that sells them. Me personally, if I ever needed one, I just went on eBay. If you guys have more reputable people that you buy them from, go ahead and do that. But if you need a console ID, just buy one off eBay. You can get them for like $6-7. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is, so this is an example right here, and this is an extra console ID that I have that I will be switching my current one to, right? So, for example, sorry, I pulled up on my other monitor. So, for example, you have this, right? Now, the easiest way for me to do it is, so here's your IDPS, right? Now, it's only going to fill this amount of letters right here, which I believe is 15. I'm not 100%. So what you're going to want to do is just highlight this, copy it, and you're going to paste it in here, right? So once when you paste it in here, obviously the full number doesn't fit, or the full number doesn't fit. So as you can see, it stopped right after the 5. So what you do is you just come back to your console ID number right here, and as you can see, here's the 5. So we'll take everything after that last letter, we'll copy it again, and we'll paste it into this second bar right here. So we just paste it, and as you can see, and if you guys really want to check, here's the full console ID, and it all fits in here just fine. Now you're going to do the same thing for the PSID. I don't have an example for the PSID, but this is where you're going to want to put it. So copy and paste it and make sure it fits. And when you guys do that, your console ID will work just fine. You'll be able to play. Once when you have it set, right, or once when you have everything typed out the way that it's supposed to be, that it's correct, you're going to go ahead and hit set. Now, when I just did this while testing this out to make this video, if you have two-step verification enabled for your account like I do, it's basically going to treat it like it's a new PS3 that you're logging into. So you will have to log in your account and you'll have to get that two-step verification password to enter it in, and then you just hit save, right? But like I said earlier in the video, when you restart your PS3 or your PS3 shuts off and you come back to it later, you will have to put it back in right here, just like I showed you guys. Now, I will show you guys how to do it on the PS3 just in case you don't have a PC handy with you at all times. Let's say you go on vacation, you take your PS3 with you, you just want to play a couple games or watch movies or whatever, or Netflix. This is how I'm going to show you guys how you do it on your PS3, so I'll meet you guys over there. Once when you guys are on your PS3, go ahead and enable HEN if you haven't done so already. Once when you enable HEN, go to Webman Games, Webman Setup, and we're going to select PS3 Webman Setup. Once you select that, this window will pop up, and we're going to go to the left where the blue bars are, and we're going to select PS3 Mappy. Once when you select PS3 Mappy, we're going to scroll down to where you see your IDPS and your PSID. Now, you guys obviously want to see what you're typing in, so go ahead and select the little hyphen or the dash, whatever you prefer to call it, and it will display your full console ID for you. Now, when you get a console ID, when you buy it from someone or someone gives it to you, they should specify which one's which, and just in case that they don't, your IDPS will always start with 7 zeros. It will never be 1456 or have letters in it. It will always start with 7 zeros, right? So that's how you can determine what your IDPS is. Once you figured out what your IDPS is, we're going to go ahead and start typing it into this first box. Now, like I said before, I believe it's the first 15 numbers, and I could be wrong about that. And if I am, and you don't feel like taking that chance, go ahead and type out the first 20 numbers, right? And when you hit enter, just like you saw right there, it got rid of extra characters that I had in there because the whole console ID won't fit in that box, or the whole IDPS. So what we do, let's say for example we left off on a 5, right? In this second box right here, we're going to type the rest of it after the 5. So let's say it goes 43792. That's what we're going to type in the second box, followed by the rest of the PSID, not PSID, the IDPS right there, right? And the same thing goes for the PSID. We're going to do the same thing for the PSID as we did for the IDPS. Now, obviously, your PSID is different from your IDPS. So once you figured it out, once you typed it all in, go ahead and select set. Now, if you typed it in correctly, once when you go to sign in, you'll sign in just fine, right? But as you guys are about to see, I'm going to attempt to sign in, and it's going to give me an error, and that's just because I didn't put in a real console ID. So if you get an error, that means either your console ID that you got is banned or you didn't type it in. So make sure you typed it in correctly, and if you need to, rewatch the video. But honestly, guys, that's about it. This video is kind of long. So if you guys could, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.